I'm Becky, and I am the mother of 6 kids, and I homeschool them all. And I'm also a wife, and I'm an avid volunteer in my community. One thing I like to do every day is go for a walk. It's an opportunity for me to have time to reflect upon what's going on in my life. 2 days ago, while I was taking one of these walks, I was listening to Stephen R. Covey's 7 Habits for Highly Effective People. I was at the point where he was talking about a paradigm shift he had while in the subway and the obnoxious kids that were annoying people. Their dad did nothing, and it bothered Stephen to the point where he said something to the father. At that time, the father told him that their mother had just died an hour ago, and they didn't really know how to handle it, and neither did he. Stephen seemed a little bit embarrassed, but he now had a new piece of information that led to a paradigm shift. A paradigm shift is when you have a new way of looking at things and doing things, a new approach to the way you're going to handle situations like that in the future. So I started to think at that time, have I ever had any significant paradigm shifts other than when I became a wife and a mother? The first one that popped into my mind was when our family changed our approach to wellness. Okay, I'm going to bring my microphone just a little bit closer to see if that helps improve the sound. So, as I was saying, this is about my wellness paradigm shift. As a young adult, I went to the doctor when I got sick with something more than a simple cold. In essence, I relied on a 15-minute or less doctor's appointment to find out what I should do. I also didn't intentionally do anything to support my immune system until something was wrong, such as an illness. That was the only time I would take supplements like vitamins and herbs. I continued to manage my wellness and my kids' wellness as well as my husband's this way until my kids were at the ages as you see here. As you can imagine, taking 6 kids in for every little bug and me being on prescription medication added up quickly as far as money and time goes. I don't remember if it was a financial stimulus or if it was the hassle of taking kids in, but one day I decided that there had to be another way. This just wasn't going to work for me anymore. I just started to look for alternative ways for doing things. First, I started looking into homemade cleaners for my house that would be safer to use around my children and be more cost effective. I had run into a few articles that talked about how cleaners in your house can contribute to illness and disease. Second, I learned about essential oils so that if a family member experienced soreness, discomfort of any kind, I could handle them at home. When I started using essential oils, I was mostly focused on the self-informed care section of the pyramid. I think you might be able to see my mouse here. It's this purple level here. And also the reduced toxic load part of the wellness pyramid. Those are both very empowering, but they don't provide the complete pathway to my ultimate goal, which is spending more time feeling healthy and well compared to being sick and worn down and things like that. On my journey to wellness, I learned that what I used to do is healthcare, and that our family needed a lifestyle changed. I learned that there really is something to the old adage, you are what you eat. Not to say that I'm a leaf, a fish, a cow, or a chicken, but I am the sum of what I eat. My well-being is a direct result. I have learned how vital exercise is to create and maintain a healthy immune system. The amount of sleep, relaxation time, and filling our lives with as many optimistic people and experiences as possible is also key to our health. The way we clean our homes is vital too. Each time we clean, our skin and airways absorb the cleaners we use and can lead to cellular dysfunction and dis-ease. For a moment, let's compare wellness to a garden. A garden that is nurtured, fed, weeded, and watered throughout its life cycle is much more likely to produce healthy and delicious vegetables and fruit. I would say that the most empowering lesson I learned through all of this is that our immune system is like a garden. It needs attention even when we are not sick, so that when we are exposed to pathogens, it will be better prepared to handle the fight to keep us feeling good. The harvest in this case, in the case of the immune system that is the ability to help our bodies to quickly restore itself to its state of wellness. So how can the immune system be supported? It goes back to the wellness pyramid. When we eat right, exercise, rest and manage stress, and reduce toxic load, we are supporting our immune system. So basically, it's a lifestyle. These are the products I use on a daily basis. Over time, I learned how each one can support wellness. I'll touch on them briefly since we don't have a ton of time, and I know that I personally can't watch a video for very long because I have 6 kids and a husband and other responsibilities. So I bet you do too. So anyway, I'll touch on them briefly to show you the benefit that they provide to my ability to maintain wellness. The first one at the bottom of the pyramid is eating healthy. That's where the Lifelong Vitality Pack comes in. Over here you can see the Alpha CRS helps with cellular longevity and cellular energy. With these, I have definitely noticed that I feel a lot more energetic and healthy. And you'll see the word essential, like essential fatty acids, essential vitamins, and essential minerals. Those that say essential are things that our body cannot make. So our body cannot make certain fatty acids and certain vitamins, and our body needs them desperately. Sometimes though, our diets can be lacking in a variety of those vitamins and minerals and fatty acids. Even if we eat them daily, it's probably not going to be enough. So let's first look at Alpha CRS. The 2 objectives for Alpha CRS are to enhance cellular energy and production. Second, defend the cell against oxidative damage and stress. The cellular energy blend inside of it has alpha lipoic acid, or ALA, at 100 milligrams, and acetyl L-carnitine, or ALC, at 100 milligrams also, and quercetin at 50 milligrams, and CoQ10 at 50 milligrams, and resveratrol at 50 milligrams. This is a powerhouse energy blend. Most of the time you buy them separately and you can pay a boatload for them. We also have frankincense. Okay, it mediates the response and it helps with muscle and joint support. And there's polyphenol antioxidants. They have been well validated through many studies and they are potent. Additional effects are the additional effect of enhancing your body's own ability to manufacture or recycle antioxidants. The next, let's look at Z Omega. It starts with an X, but it's called Z Omega. The benefit of Z Omega is it reduces the risk of cardiovascular and cerebrovascular disease. Those are some big words, right? Possibly improved mental health, behavior, and cognitive health, improved bone and joint health, and reduction in chronic pain and fatigue. That's really big for a lot of people, especially if you're like me and you're in your late 30s to early 40s and beyond. We also have essential fatty acids, also called EFAs. There's 900 milligrams of pure fish oil with EPA and DHA omega-3. They're molecularly filtered and there are no pesticides, heavy metals, etc. There's also 200 milligrams of echium seed oil. The benefits of balance. So you get reduced triglyceride levels to varying degrees and tuning down the chronic inflammatory state with widespread benefits, including vitamins and minerals, essential ingredients for the multitude of biochemical reactions, pathways, and processes occurring on the cellular level. The really cool thing is that all three of them are clinically supported and they have all these benefits as seen here on this slide. However, if you're not as scientifically minded as, say, someone like Dr. Hill or someone with a PhD or a medical doctor, this might make a little bit more sense to you. I sleep better. I have less discomfort. I feel well. I feel more happy. I have more vitality. I am more sharp. My skin looks younger. These are all statements by people who regularly use the Lifelong Vitality Pack. Okay, there it goes. Okay, the next thing for eating healthy is PB Assist Plus. It helps to restore balance to beneficial intestinal flora. I don't know if you've heard this, but the brain and the gut have been linked together for our immune system. And when our gut is functioning properly, a lot of the rest of our body does too. And so that leads us to it supporting healthy immunity. And it has specialized delivery. It's double encapsulated so that the stomach acids don't break it apart. I've noticed that a lot of studies are saying that a lot of probiotics will disintegrate in the stomach and that the majority of them don't even make it to where they need to go in the intestines. Then we also have Terrazyme. Terrazyme is an enzyme that supports healthy digestion of foods, and it promotes production of metabolic enzymes. As we get into our late 30s and beyond, our bodies create fewer enzymes to digest our food, which then leads to how do I put this, like a layer of gunk on the side of our intestines, which can lead to some very serious health problems down the line. Basically, we are self-intoxicating ourselves. There's a lot of self in that statement. Now, the thing is our kids are also able to benefit from it. Everything I've shown you so far up to this slide was for adults. But as you see here, we have a children's vitamin, which is also good for adults who cannot swallow pills or don't like the feeling of swallowing pills. And we have IQ Omega, which is similar to the Z Omega. And then we have the PB Assist Junior, which my kids absolutely love. They remember that on a regular basis. Next up, exercise. Exercise is very important. Before I started researching how to stay healthy and to have the best wellness possible, I learned that the lymphatic system looks a lot like the cardiovascular system. The only difference is it doesn't have a pump. It's relying on our muscles to keep us going. Exercise is crucial for our immune system. When I first started using essential oils, I had a lot of discomfort. So I use Deep Blue throughout the day for joint soreness and muscle soreness, but especially the joints. Now I use it before and after I exercise. And here's why. Wintergreen, camphor, and peppermint are soothing to the tissues. And blue tansy and blue chamomile help our bodies create a normal inflammation response so we can continue to get stronger, but not end up with long-term soreness. Helichrysum, or some people say helichrysum, and osmanthus help support, are for tissue support and recovery. Rest. Rest is more than just getting a good night's sleep. It's taking a break from stressful situations as well as exercise. Choose your favorite oil that helps you to feel relaxed and washes away stress and anxious feelings. When you diffuse one of these oils throughout the evening, along with dimming the lights a little and turning down the volume on your devices, it can help prepare your body for a good night's sleep. In my house, we tend to use Balance in the evenings, or one of the mood oils. At nighttime, we diffuse Serenity. That's our family's favorites. But you know what? Not everybody is the same. We all like different things. So these are all great for helping you to have a relaxing evening and preparing yourself for sleeping at night. Another thing that I have found that works very nicely is Serenity, the Restful Complex. But before I go into that, I'm going to go into a short story. My first real experience with Serenity, the essential oil, was when I was traveling around the country teaching about essential oils. I was staying at a house with someone I had Skyped with, but I had never met in person, and she lived in another state. I had jet lag, and I was excited about my new adventure. My mind was chock full of thoughts, wondering what was going to happen and visualizing my very first class and things like that. Plus, I was also wondering what my family was doing, so my mind was going full speed ahead when it was time to go to bed. When we turned the diffuser on with Serenity, it was like magic. My mind was calm and my thoughts were poof, gone. I was out for the entire night and couldn't remember a more restful night's sleep. Last year, the Serenity soft gels were introduced. Now my sleep is even better. Toxicity. Throughout the day, we are exposed to airborne chemicals as we clean and inhale fumes while driving down the road. Our food may have chemicals in them as well. Our bodies may have absorbed additional chemicals from certain types of cosmetics and lotions, perfumes, etc. These chemicals inhibit our body's ability to maintain wellness. So what I do is I choose an essential oil to help cleanse, detoxify, and protect my body. I add it to water or a gel cap. Typically, I add it to water. My favorite is lemon. The question is what will yours be? Is it going to be wild orange, tangerine, grapefruit, lemon, bergamot, or some people call it bergamot? What will yours be? Self-care. That is a very important thing. Self-care is part of supporting and maintaining a healthy immune system before and after we have any health concerns. What I have found is that when a health concern arises, my body is better able to handle it. Since our family started using essential oils over 5 years ago, only one family member needed to visit the doctor's office for a health concern that wasn't an injury. This was where the paradigm shift really took place for us. We were empowering all of our body systems with what they needed, and the knowledge we gained from studying essential oils empowered us with our own health. We felt increasingly self-sufficient with our own wellness. Let me tell you, that is just really powerful. Let me share with you how frankincense and On Guard support the body. Then I'll show you our daily routine. Okay, so frankincense supports proper immune response. It soothes and nourishes skin and promotes healthy joint and soft tissue activity, calming and instills a sense of balance and supports healthy cell function. There's the old adage, when in doubt, get frankincense out. It's a powerhouse. Another thing about frankincense, when the DNA code within the cell's nucleus is altered, it seems frankincense supports the cell's ability to identify and determine what the right DNA code should be. That is what was found in a study not too long ago. Then we have On Guard. Okay, in On Guard we have wild orange. It is an essential oil with a monoterpene called limonene. Oils with limonene are considered uplifting. Clove has eugenol, a type of phenol known for encouraging a normal inflammatory response and is also considered anti-parasitic. Not surprisingly, cinnamon has an aldehyde called cinnamonaldehyde. I can read it, I just can't say it, which stimulates the immune system. Eucalyptus and rosemary have 1,8 cynol, which is known for helping our body to restore itself to wellness. So anyway, the point is this is the go-to oil when any health concerns are coming up, as well as before they come up. So what we do in our home is we apply 2 or 3 drops of Balance to the bottom of our feet when we wake up. And we put frankincense under our tongue. As a side note, if you happen to be traveling to a place with a significantly higher elevation, take frankincense with you and put it on your thumb, and then apply that to the roof of your mouth and rub it a little bit. That will help you to not experience some of the challenges of altitude that you're not used to. Take 1 PB Assist with breakfast. That's our probiotic, just in case you need the reminder. Lifelong Vitality and Terrazyme with the morning meal. That way you can add the remaining essential vitamins, minerals, etc., as well as your enzymes so you can digest your morning meal. Then in the afternoon, diffuse or apply your favorite oil for mood management. I don't know if you've ever experienced feeling a little grumpy in the afternoon because you haven't had anything to eat in a while, or if you feel tired. But if you diffuse or apply your favorite essential oil, such as peppermint and orange, I like to do those too. It helps wake me up and it is uplifting. However, after you've been doing this regimen for a while, you might not need so much waking up. Take Lifelong Vitality and Terrazyme with your afternoon meal. I quite often forget to take the Lifelong Vitality in the afternoon. I usually do it in the morning and evening meals. But I always have oils with me, so when I'm on the go, I make sure to take my oils. And I always have a water bottle with me, so I always have a citrus oil, usually lemon, in my water bottle. In the evening, that's when I really make sure to take my Lifelong Vitality and my Terrazyme. Now, in the evening, I'm more likely to eat meat, so I might have 2 Terrazyme instead of 1. That way I can break down those hotter cooked foods that are harder to digest a little bit more efficiently. I also like to diffuse On Guard or take it in a capsule. The reason why is because citrus oils, when applied, can make our skin more susceptible to the UV rays. And so if I put it on at night, I can be away from the sun for over 12 hours and I don't have to worry about sun sensitivities. At bedtime, I diffuse my favorite essential oil for relaxation. I would say probably an hour or so before I go to bed. And then I take 1 or 2 Serenity soft gels about 30 minutes before going to sleep. And then I apply Serenity or cedarwood to the bottom of my feet. But more likely than putting it on the bottom of my feet, I might add it to my pillow so that I can smell it or diffuse it. I personally prefer to diffuse it. Now here's the key. I have found that when I put it on my checklist, I am more likely to remember. I have to tell you, I don't normally do everything with a checklist, but I use a checklist on my phone to remind me to take my vitamins. Now here's a little embarrassing secret. I thought after a few years of doing this and having my phone remind me that I would be on top of it enough that I would consistently keep taking my vitamins and using my oils. So I took it off my phone. It wasn't long that I would lose track of time and forget to take my essential oils and my vitamins. And I didn't realize it right away, except for the fact that I was feeling a little tired and I would end up with the afternoon brain fog. When I discovered this problem, I had already gained a little bit of weight and it just kept piling on. And so I have to tell you, I let a long time go by, like a few months. So I have now put it back onto my phone, and I currently have a smartwatch. So even if my phone's on the other side of the house, my smartwatch will vibrate. I got a cheap Pebble watch. It was less than $50, and it makes it so I remember. And to me, having that cheap watch, and I've already got a cell phone, along with those reminders on it, it really makes a huge difference in the way I feel, my weight levels, and my ability to function throughout the day, as well as my memory, which is super important when I have a family of 8. So there's the end of our presentation. Sorry, I kind of went back before I finished. So anyway, that's the end of our presentation. I do want to put a note in for the Lifelong Vitality Pack. You can use up every single capsule in there, and if you've had it for 30 days or less, you can call customer service and get your money back if you are not completely satisfied. 100% of it, okay? So I want you to give it a try and see if you are like those other people. See if you would feel like or enjoy feeling like these people here. There we go. Where they say they sleep better, have less discomfort, they feel well, and feel more happy. Have more vitality, feel more sharp, and have your skin looking younger. If those are some things that would help you to feel better, I strongly encourage you to at least try it and get your 30-day money-back guarantee. And this is Becky signing out with my paradigm, my wellness paradigm. I hope you learned something about what I like to do, and have a fabulous day.